Assalamualaikum everyone. So today, me and my partner Elia are going to present about why child marriage should ban in all countries. So this is the table of content. It consists of one introduction, three main points, and one conclusion. Alright, so let's move on to the introduction. According to UNICEF, child marriage can be defined as both formal and informal union of a girl and a boy before the age of 18. In the article published by Girls Not Bride, there are 12 million of girls that married before the age of 18 each year. Malhotra wrote in her article that there are at least four main factors that lead to child marriage, which are poverty, lack of education, to have a better security, and tradition and religion. Alright, so the first factor is poverty. For many parents in poor family, marriage is important for economic survival because they think that if one daughter get married, it will reduce one person for them to take care of. It is also considered as a norm in sub-Saharan in which they will put a high price for the bride that is married near her puberty. This shows that many child marriage cases are often be concentrated among the poorest households and countries. Next, the factor that lead to child marriage is also because of lack of education. In many countries, it is believed that it is more rewarding to spend more money on resources in educating sons than daughters. It is because the woman's role is considered just a wife, mother, and homemaker. Therefore, going into an early marriage is the only choice for the girl. Alright, so for the next reason why parents married off their daughter at an early age is because of security. They believe that if the daughter gets married to the warlord or the other authority, it is the best way to protect them from danger and to ensure the family remains safe. Moreover, tradition and religion is also one of the factors that lead to child marriage. In preventing their children from sexual intercourse before marriage, parents tend to marry off their children at a very young age. They are afraid that the children would bring dishonor to the family and the community. So, why does child marriage should be banned? The first reason is this action could lead to death that caused by a poor health. International Women's Health Coalition in their website reported that girls under 15 are 5 times more likely to die in childbirth than women in their 20s, and they face a higher risk of pregnancy-related injuries. The writer also mentioned that children that married early are at a higher risk in developing HIV and other sexually transmitted disease, as they are lacking of knowledge on practicing a safer sexual practice. In addition, in the working paper written by Prof. Datuk Nur Aziah Mama Awal and Mama Al-Adib Samarin in 2018, they stated that child marriage can give a bad medical consequences towards the kid. As being married at an early age, the child might not be able to bear with the risk that causes by the pregnancy and childbearing. So I supported my argument with a newspaper excerpt that I found that was released by The Guardian in 2013, saying that there is an 8-year-old girl has died caused by the internal bleeding after having sex with her husband that is 5 times her age. Her uterine ruptured after the intercourse and could not be saved by the medics due to the severe case. This shows that child marriage could harm the kid's life and even can cause a death to some of them. Moreover, marrying at early age also could lead to various types of violence. So, according to Girls Not Bride, 50% of girls who married before 15 are more likely to face physical and sexual violence from a partner. Ahmed in 2013 stated that girls who are married at an early age will easily develop psychological disorders as their rights were denied. This statement was supported by Ram and Puri, which saying that the child might develop a trauma as they need to experience an unavoidable sexual intercourse when their body is not old enough for the contact. So I think that's all from me. I pass the floor to my friend Elia to proceed with the next point.
Okay, thank you, Fatrina Nawal. So, as mentioned by Fatrina before, Child marriage also could lead to various kind of violence, which they will be experiencing physical, psychological, and sexual violence. All marriage under 18 are at elevated risk for intimate partner violence. There was a research that agreed upon child marriage is the greatest violence to the children, as they will have to face with sexual relation or reproduction that they are not physically or psychologically ready for at their age. Men who marry at Men who marry very young girls are more likely to abuse their wives, as they those kind of beliefs of traditional masculine ideologies, which husbands are allowed in beating their wives. So, in spite of psychologically and sexually abuse, children will be also involved in physical violence. Okay, next. Main point three, child marriage also could impact the child's education negatively. Okay, education is a fundamental human right that has an enormous impact on children. It is one of the most powerful tools to end early or forced marriage. This statement has been taken from Girls Not Bride article. So based on this statement, it shows that education is the most powerful tool to help the children to get out from this mess. Child marriage also could impede the child's right to attain education due to various kind of reasons, such as protecting the family's dignity, following their parents or family in-laws to immigrate, and more. Okay, there was a research in Nepal that showed the number of school dropouts among girls who age 18 below 18 are quite high, as their family has this kind of perception where they have to keep their married girls at home to protect their family's dignity, which this could result absenteeism and dropout. Okay, and the lack of education among the children would let the girls look powerless and lose the ability to make decisions in their lives, as they will lack of skills and knowledge if they are not attaining education. So this could also trap them in a cycle of poverty. Okay. Lastly is this child marriage also can be eliminated if the parents or other caregivers place more value on education. Okay, if you are educate a boy, you are educate an individual. But if you are educate a girl, you are educate a family. Okay, next. Okay, conclusion. All in all, child marriage should be banned in all countries due to poor physical health, offensive acts of violence, and also lacks of educational attainment. Okay, there are some statements have been made by some ignorant people, which marrying at early age could avoid adultery. Hmm. And another one is a girl child is not seen as a source of income, and so is considered a burden for the family. Giving away daughter as early as possible relieves the burden of the family's shoulder. Hmm. So what do you guys think about this statement? Do you guys agree with those statements? Yes or no? No, right? Because do they know that they are trapping their children into more major disadvantages? In Islamic perspective, Islam also have stated the minimum criteria for those who entering the marriage is that they should not only have reached puberty but have the comprehensive maturity to understand their rights and responsibility in marriage and be able to fulfill them. Islam depicts Islam depicts a marriage as a healthy relationship which promotes love, tranquility, and mercy, and Islam really prohibits any kind of acts that give harms to the people. So, since child marriage have done more harm than good, so it is shows that Islam does not support and allow this kind of acts, okay, which is child marriage. Okay. Okay, before we end our presentation, okay, here is a photo of an iceberg that represents the effects of child marriage. Okay, like if you guys can see there, many people think that giving away their children is the best way to prevent from being raped. But do they know and realize that it is the fact child marriage have contained more more disadvantages than advantages, which is like honor killing, widow abuse, sex trafficking, and more. Okay, so we as a society, we have to stand up for this. We have to stand up to end this child marriage. Okay, we have to grab any kind of opportunity that we have to end this kind of marriage and save the last child lives. Okay, that's all for me and Fatini. Thank you for your attention and hope to see you guys in the future. Bye.